We have just touched down in Poland.
We're in Krakow for the next 4 days, which is exciting in itself, but it's even more exciting because we're here to celebrate our 6-year anniversary of our relationship.
Can't believe it has been that long.
I know, crazy.
So for the next 4 nights we are in Krakow exploring all the sights that we can see, and of course we're going to bring you guys along with us.
When we got off the plane in the airport, we got the train into the city centre, which was so easy. You just buy the tickets at the machine, get on the train, and you're in the centre. So we're just walking over to the old town now to check it out. So we've just come into the old town, and walking down the streets they have the cutest little like cafes and restaurants. I'm so excited to try everything. I think we're going to eat so much while we're here the next few days. But so far it's nothing like I expected it to be. Like absolutely nothing. Like what I had in my mind was so different to what it actually looks like.
Hannah sort of went into this with a bit of a blank slate. She's only known what I have told her about it, so everything that she sees is going to be for the first time.
It's just so much more colourful and open and bigger than I expected it to be. I think I expected it to be more like put together and like small and narrow streets, but it's actually really wide open and like really bright and colourful. Since we've been travelling since 4:30 this morning, we've built up quite the appetite and we're really tired, so we're going to go for an early dinner, head back to the hotel and chill out for the rest of the night I think, and then do all the exploring properly tomorrow. So we've just found the cutest little Polish traditional food restaurant and it's decorated. It's so cute, I love it. So I just got a mulled wine and Tom got a beer, and we got some complimentary bread with pork fat, except I can't eat that, but I'm very much looking forward to my mate and I'm so hungry.
It's tasty. It's really tasty.
I got crispy potato pancakes with like a mixed mushroom sauce. I'm so excited.
So I went for a grilled sausage with sauerkraut and mashed potato. And it's also come with horseradish and mustard.
Looks amazing.
I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be able to eat all of it. About to check into our hotel.
Ooh. Nice. Oh my gosh, how big that bed is. I'm so red from the mulled wine. I'm quite tipsy. After a long day of travelling, it is chill out and sleep time.
We'll catch you guys in the morning.
See you in the morning.
It is day 2 in Krakow and we are just in our hotel room getting ready because we're about to go to the town centre, to Old Town, to do a free walking tour. So
since being here we've been catching Bolts, which is kind of like Uber, and it's so convenient, so cheap. They pick you up within like 2 minutes. It's only cost us I think like £3 to drive like 25 minutes into the city. So highly recommend using Bolt if you're here. I don't know why us being Brits didn't think about bringing raincoats because obviously weather can be very unpredictable, and we were like, yeah, we don't need to bring raincoats to go on a walking tour. So it's just started raining, so hopefully it doesn't rain the entire 2.5 hours we do the walking tour because we're going to be very wet if that's the case. I'm really looking forward to seeing more of the city and the old town on the walking tour. I'm like really excited, so yeah, we'll bring you along with us and show you all the sights. There are a few different walking tours. The one we went with starts at the Barbican and takes you all around the old town, taking in the sights of the city and adding context behind some of the most iconic buildings.
It also takes you into the university building, where every 2 hours a parade of wooden figures come alive. The tour is pay what you want, with most people paying between 50 to 100 zloty, which is around £10 and £20. Just finished the walking tour at Wawel Castle, but we went all over the old town, and honestly it was really cool to get context behind all of the buildings.
The architecture in all the buildings is so beautiful. All these intricate details in all of the buildings, and it was really good to, yeah, like Tom said, get that context of why things were the way they are, why these buildings were there. It was really good. Highly recommend doing a walking tour. So now we're going to head to the Jewish quarter to see what that's about.
She also said that the Jewish quarter tends to be a little bit cheaper than the old town, as the old town is a much more touristy place. So yeah, see you guys there.
We're just looking for a bite to eat, hopefully getting some street food or some traditional Polish food. But so far the Jewish quarter feels a lot more rough around the edges than the old town. But I quite like it. It's got a lot of character. So as part of our mission to try and eat all the Polish food we can over here, we just tried pierogi for the first time, which are little dumplings. I had the classic cottage cheese and potato one, and Tom had a meat one, and they were really, really good. So now we're going to go and try and try some poczki, which are these donuts, which are classically filled with like a rose jam. I'm not a huge fan of rose, so I might have another nice flavoured one. So we're on the hunt, and then we're going to go find the dragon.
We got the goods. So this is poczki, and it looks amazing. It feels so soft. It's got like, I don't know what this is, like a sugar glaze, orange peel, and a rose filling. I've gone for the traditional one. Oh my god.
What?
This is amazing.
Oh my gosh, it's so soft just touching it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the texture is amazing, just even in your hands. I did have my heart set on the apple and cinnamon one, but they didn't have any in this one, so I went for caramel instead. That's so fresh.
Look at that caramel.
Oh my god, this is naughty. So we've just finished our poczki, and now we're going to go find the dragon who breathes fire every few minutes, who's on this riverbank. So the story about the dragon is that he lived in a cave underneath the castle, and he was going around eating all the most beautiful people of Krakow. The king was so worried about him eating his beautiful daughter that he ordered people to come and kill him, and whoever killed him would get half the kingdom and marry his daughter. And people tried and tried, nobody could do it apart from one shoemaker. And he did this by stuffing a sheepskin full of sulphur, putting it outside the dragon's cave. The dragon ate it, felt himself burning from the inside, and came to this river and drank and drank and drank to try and stop the burning, and then he exploded. So the shoemaker married the princess, and they lived happily ever after, had generations and generations of children, and apparently that's why all of Krakow is so beautiful.
They actually found giant bones in the cave, which they carried up to Babel Cathedral, thinking that it was the bones of the dragon. Recent DNA testing has found that they're actually mammoth, whale and rhino bones, but apparently when these bones fall to the ground, the world will end, which is quite dramatic.
We're just walking over this bridge that's got a really cool art installation of all these like acrobatic statues, and it just adds such a nice little thing to look at while you're walking over the bridge, as well as the view on the other side. So we've had a little nice wander around, and the sun is just starting to set, so there's only one thing we thought that was right to do.
Vodka.
Vodka. It's like,
It's good.
yeah. So we've just come to the vodka bar to try out a flight of 6 different flavour vodkas. They have so much to choose from, and we're so happy we came here on the recommendation from one of Abby and Gaz's videos, and they're all so good but so strong. Oh my gosh, I'm so alcohol flushed. We couldn't really talk in there because there was music playing quite loud, but that was so good. I think trying a tasting tray of vodkas was a really good idea to get like a nice taste of them. Some of them weren't so good, but the caramel one and the slow one were really good, especially the caramel. How good was the caramel?
Oh god, it was like dessert in a drink.
It was amazing. So we're gonna go walk to another vodka bar now and then go get some food.
All that drinking has made us quite hungry.
So we've come to get zapiekanki, which is like a traditional Polish I guess you could call it like a pizza, but it's
Yeah.
traditionally layered with mushrooms and then the toppings. I got it with mushrooms, obviously Tom got it without mushrooms.
Not a big fan of mushrooms.
But I'm really excited. I'm really, really hungry. We got these from this like food market that's behind this, like this round building. We'll put the name on the screen of what it is. But I got the crunchy onion, cheese and mushroom one.
And I got the Krakow style, which is bacon, chicken, pickled cucumber and chives.
It was like amazing. I was so hungry and excited.
Oh, it's so tasty.
The mushrooms really work. Good morning. It's day 3 of being in Krakow and it's a really, really misty day outside. It's very atmospheric. And today we're heading to Auschwitz because I feel like you can't really come here and not go and see and experience it. Tom has already been before, but I haven't. So I'm really interested to see what it's going to be like, and I'm getting ready for quite a heavy day. So first we're going to head down and actually try some of the hotel breakfast, which wasn't included in our stay. We thought we'd treat ourselves to a nice big buffet breakfast, fill us up for the day. And then we're going to head into town to catch the bus over to Auschwitz. So it is the next day, but we thought we'd just jump in here and share our experience about Auschwitz. It was my first time experiencing it, and I found it to be like so heavy and harrowing. And I went in thinking that I knew quite a lot about the Holocaust and about everything that happened there, but I had no idea the extent of it, and it really opened my eyes, and it was so impactful, and I really think that everyone should go and experience it.
It was my second time going, and I think this time round I found it, a lot more impactful than the first time. I mean, there are almost no words to describe it.
Yeah, it's just completely unimaginable. I was awake for a long time last night thinking about it through the night, and I think that just goes to show how unbelievably, like, indescribably awful and inhumane it was. So really recommend going there.
It is an all-day thing, and it's not a particularly fun all-day thing, but it is so important to learn the history.
Yeah, we did it through the actual Auschwitz tour company, like through their website, which gave us a pickup from the city centre to Auschwitz and then to Birkenau as well, and then back, which was quite good. You can do it through other tour companies as well that do like different packages, or you could just, if you have your own transport, you can just go there yourself and do it all yourself too.
Anyway, that's our thoughts on it. Let's head back.
So it's currently this beautiful sunset and we're just strolling around looking for somewhere to eat, which seems to be
More difficult than we thought.
there's just too much to choose from, so much good food and kind of more hard than I thought to find vegetarian things. We're on the hunt. It's just really nice walking around with this atmosphere. Everything's lit up so pink and all the little lights are on, so it's quite nice. We headed to a bar called Alchemia, where Tom had a chicken sandwich and I had a fettuccine, before we headed back to the hotel.
It is our last day in Krakow, but thankfully we've got a late flight tonight, so we're going to make the most of the day and head to the salt mines, which we've heard nothing but good things about. It's just outside Krakow, so we've got to get a Bolt in about 15 minutes, so we are furiously packing go to try and make that.
We just arrived at the salt mines and got a pastry and a coffee, and it's the most beautiful, sunny, warm day.
It is so sunny. I was expecting it to be cloudy. That's what the weather forecast said, but actually it's crisp, it's clear, it's great. Last time I came here was over 10 years ago with my family, and if it's anything like I remember, Hannah is in for a real treat. The best part is that she is going in completely blind. She has no idea what we're about to see, other than I have said it is a must-see. And I'm really excited to get her thoughts on it.
It just keeps going and going and going, and it just feels like we're in a time loop and like we're never going to stop walking downstairs. My legs are shaking.
So we are now 64 meters deep. To here we've walked down 378 steps. The mine was in constant operation for 700 years. So in total, miners excavated here over 2,000 chambers. Imagine, so now we are in one of those chambers. There are over 2,000 chambers in this mine.
salty.
This is so cool.
Three major artists, three major miners that created these decorations. Include
Well, that's one thing I didn't expect from being in an underground salt mine this deep, was a chapel this big. I think this is the biggest underground chapel in Europe, and it is mind-blowing. It's so impressive. Apparently it's still fully functioning as a chapel as well, so every Sunday they do mass and they do weddings and things. So
The level of detail here is so impressive, especially considering the miners made these. These weren't professional artists, they were people that dug for salt every day. Oh, it's incredible. We are 90 meters underground and they have a gift shop as well as snacks, which you can just buy here. And I'm pretty sure I've got a wizard over 10 years ago that I bought with a hunk of rock salt from this very place. They've also got the Miners Tavern, which we're about to try, which is basically a restaurant 130 meters underground. It sounds amazing. That's salty.
believe it or not, you actually are allowed to lick the walls here. She made a joke saying that we're allowed to lick up to 5 kilograms of salt per person included in the tour. What have you gone for?
So I've gone for a hunter's stew with cooked potatoes, and I have no idea what's in the hunter's stew, but it looks and it smells incredible.
It smells incredible, actually.
Oh my god, yeah, that's so good.
Yeah?
That's so tasty.
So we've just popped out of the salt mine somewhere in the middle of this village. Not quite sure where we started, but we ended up here anyway.
Yeah, we've ended up in the village centre rather than at the museum, which is quite cool to see that we've travelled that far underground.
It actually took ages to queue up for the lift, and then we walked for so long, for like at least 10 minutes just to get the lift, so just be warned if you're on a time constraint, you will be waiting ages after the tour actually finished to actually pop back out.
But that was incredible. I mean, I hadn't been in over 10 years and I wasn't really expecting much because I'd completely forgotten everything about it. But you went in completely blind.
And I'm so glad I did, because I did not expect like it to be half as near as impressive as that. It was so impressive, like all the sculptures, the sheer size of it, how far we went down. We did like 800 steps. So my legs are shaking. The most impressive part though was that amazing chapel with so many intricate carvings and chandeliers made out of salt. It was incredible.
You could spend hours there just looking at all the intricate detail in all those sculptures.
It was
oh my
amazing.
God.
And our tour guide was really good. I just really enjoyed it. I'm so glad we came here to finish off our time in Krakow.
Thank you so much for coming along with us, and thank you to everyone on Instagram who recommended that we come here.
We hope you enjoyed the little glimpses that you got of the salt mines, and hopefully it inspired you to come here if you ever come to Krakow, because it's definitely worth it.
Yes, this is a must-see. For now, we're going to enjoy the last couple of hours that we have in Krakow before we finally have to go to the airport to go back to the rainy UK.
Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next. Catch you in the next video.
See you later.
See you, bye.